Hello and welcome back to Renaissance Workshop. In today's video I will be putting the stripes on the Ossa and taking it for a spin at the end. Alright, it's time. It's all painted. Let's see how much of this I got. Oh, I already found something. Alright. Alright, now that it's had time to dry and no paint's coming off, it's time to unwrap it. Let's see what we got. It's not too bad. There's some touch-up stuff here and there. There's a little bit of areas here that the black got through the tape and made it a little bit muddied. The lines, obviously, not perfect. There's a little bit of overlap, unfortunately, but that's fine because I'm going to be going over this with a white pinstriping brush, and I'm going to blend the two. So even like if you can't feel it, but when I'm feeling this, I can feel the lip between the two paints. And I don't think that there's really anything you can do about that other than to go over it with a pinstriping brush, and that will even out the transition a little bit. And then obviously we'll be going over this entire thing with a clear coat, several clear coats probably, and that will even everything out a lot more. But I'm actually pretty happy with this. It's not perfectly mirrored. You can tell that there's a lot more meat to this one than there is to this one, but it's not too visible. You know, you're going to be mostly seeing this from one side or the other, so it's not as big of a deal. But I'm going to try and make it as nice as I can. I might even come in here a little bit and just sand ever so much, and hopefully won't even get down to the primer underneath, because I did do 2 coats of the red. I'm pretty happy with it. I'll do a time lapse of peeling off the rest of the tape on the other pieces, then I'll do some close-up camera pans over the surface of this, and you can really see how nice they actually are. here. But that should be fine. We can correct that. Alright. Round 2 can be a little bit different. In round 1, this one's pretty easy to fix if I needed to. Really, it's actually not bad. Like there's a little bit of wave to it in some areas, but it's really not bad. Now with this one, well, first off, with the first one, I did not dilute this white paint at all. Now this time around, I'm going to try diluting it with some mineral spirits. Hopefully that'll help us get a more moldable line, whereas the other one, the brush was kind of acting a little bit more like it would if you were to try painting glue on. You know, the glue's actively drying, and so as you're trying to paint, it's catching your brush a little bit more. So with this one, hopefully it'll go on a little bit more smooth. See if I can still make a nice straight line. A little bit of a wave right there. See if I can't correct that. Maybe wipe it down real quick because it's not quite dry. Nope, wiping down is not helping very much. Started out where wiping down was really good. Now it's not. That helped. A little bit of paint thinner. Gotta be very careful with the paint thinner so you don't ruin it. Alright, one trick that I have seen people do is they'll use a glove to help them slide a little bit more easily on the surface that they're painting. Because especially here in Florida, like, you start getting sweaty, and that can cause you to start sticking a little bit more. So let's try that again. Let's see here. There is kind of a little bit of a wave here, so I'm going to try and correct that wave a little bit by sticking to this side of the line and see if that'll help any. I just got to watch out for it. It's kind of hard to watch ahead of where you're going. And I'm happy with that line. Now this one's going to be a little bit more tricky. There. Yes! First try! Okay, now that we have all the body parts painted, it's time to put them all back on. And I do have 2 headlights that are coming in the mail, so I'll figure out later on this week which one I like best, and then I'll install that, and that'll be the final thing that I'm going to do to this dirt bike. I don't want to work on it more than that because I feel like any other stuff that I put on this is going to just be small bits and pieces. So I think this will be the last episode of the Ossa, and I'll take it for a spin later on this week as well and get some good shots of that. Let's get to it. Okay, so now it's time to put a headlight on the dirt bike. I bought 2 different headlights because I like the design of one better than the other, but then the other one might actually look better on it depending on what one of them looked like when it showed up. I do like the design of this one, and this one seems like it might be a little bit big, so I think we're going to go with this one. And that one still fits pretty nicely, but this one just looks a little bit better. So I think we're going to go with this one, and I'm going to have to create some kind of bracket to put this on there. And then I do want to reroute this so that it kind of comes up through the back side of this. It will look a little bit more clean, and I'll also add some wire sheathing to this. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's get to it. that's going to be it for this video. It's been really fun getting this to the point that it's at, and I think that it looks great, and it does run pretty well. And so that's good enough for me. I think that the engine does need a little bit of work, probably either that or the carb just needs to be tuned some because it did cut out on me a little bit. But that's going to be more than what I want to put into this. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video series on the Ossa, and I will hope to see you in the future watching some of my videos. Thank you.